They're not necessarily good people.
They're bad people.
And they might have done something very bad.
An actor who's been nominated that's over 50 that's done something bad.
Yeah.
What?
You're dancing around it.
I know. And what's so funny is that everybody can see this and they're like, he's there. I consume a lot of this person.
You do, depending. Yeah, you do.
Dang.
Depending on what you're watching.
I'm struggling. Has he only done movies or has he also done TV?
Oh, he's done TV too.
Is it Alec Baldwin?
It's Alec Baldwin. Yes!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Does That Make Sense, the podcast. I'm excited to be here with you today. We're going solo today. Doesn't mean I'm alone. Behind the camera, on the ones and twos, as always. Ryan, what's going on, man?
Hey.
How you feeling?
Doing good.
Feeling good?
Feeling good.
Producing, directing, critiquing.
Mm-hmm.
We got Brandon Hurst.
That's me.
What's going on, man?
You forgot the J.
Brandon J. Hurst.
Thank you.
Yes. That's how you are in my phone.
I'm sorry, J. Brandon Hurst.
I forgot Brandon Hurst J.
It's J. Brandon Hurst.
J. Brandon Hurst. Jamichael.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon.
How'd you guess that?
I know. I saw your W-4 when you applied. Jamichael Brandon.
Yep.
And then Hurst is spelled with a Q.
It is. It's silent and it's at the end.
It's at the end. Hurst with a silent Q.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to just dive right in today. I have a topic from a listener and a friend who asked a question months ago. And I was just thinking about today. It would be a good day to dive in. But before we do that, we got some fun stuff.
We do have a bunch of fun stuff.
We got some fun stuff. So we're going to let Brandon take the reins here.
Okay.
And there's some games or some questions. So what are we doing? What's
so I'll
first?
let you pick. So we have a couple of fun news articles.
Door
that
number
are weird.
3.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Go ahead.
There's the news articles that are kind of goofy. There's a couple would you rathers that are goofy. A couple ones gotta goes. A game that I want to save for later, so don't pick that one right now.
Okay.
And then just 7 questions that I found that might be fun to answer.
All right. I want to start with the would you rather.
Would you rather? All right, ready?
Yep.
Would you rather try to drink 12 raw eggs at once or drink a Bud Light that was poured into the open, unclean stomach of an upside-down deer by laying under its mouth to catch a slightly pink beer? I'm so glad you picked this one, actually.
I'm going to go with the 12 eggs.
Yeah, and you keep saying that things are worse than the other one, and that's the problem.
What's funny about it is that, the first time I watched it, I was completely unfazed.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just a hillbilly doing hillbilly things.
I guess, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Forgive the term, but if you're going to drink beer through the carcass of a dead animal, you are what you are.
Yeah, is hillbilly derogatory?
I don't know.
Might be.
I mean, it depends on where you're from, I guess. And so if it is, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to be so confident as to say I stand by it because I might just be ignorant to some real life stuff here. But
I think hick's more derogatory.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, that's some hick stuff.
I don't disagree with that. And so, but the 12 eggs thing is, at least you're getting protein. I don't know. You know what I mean? At least there's something there.
Well, you would argue that at least you're catching a buzz off the other thing.
Yeah. God, I mean, something.
Slow,
some
painful
hepatitis
buzz.
C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
So that was an easy one because, while at least, I mean, no matter what, you're consuming the raw residue of some food, something that would be food.
Yeah.
But I think the eggs would be the least traumatic.
The lesser of two evils.
Yeah,
one
12
might say.
eggs though. That's a lot of eggs to
It's a lot
choke
of
down.
eggs. I think that's what he had in the video we
I don't
watched.
remember. That's a lot to choke down though.
All right,
but
ready?
I'd probably rather that.
Got a couple other easy ones. Be executed by hanging, lethal injection, electric chair, firing squad, or guillotine. Those are your 5 options.
Okay.
So it's a would you rather.
Would you rather? I mean, all of them. I guess the lethal injection would be the you just go to sleep.
Yeah, that's what Ryan said.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Ryan was saying
But
lethal injection.
Decisions.
It's so funny because I heard decisions. Yeah, you got to really think about how you want to. First of all, what crime did I commit? That those are my options.
You tell me.
So the other thing is that really, you don't really go out with the flair that you'd want.
So that's why I constructed it this way.
Yeah.
Because, you could take the lethal injection route, but that's
it's
the
easy.
least climatic.
Yeah, it's easy. Also, are these public executions?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
All of them.
Like if they're public executions, I feel like the last thing, if I'm a criminal and I'm really trying to make an impact in people's lives, watching my severed head roll away.
Yep.
Would be pretty intense.
That would be pretty intense.
It'd be like I get the last laugh because now you're traumatized with that.
Okay.
The hanging is intense.
That's tough.
You know?
I think that would be like the last on everybody's list.
Because like everybody, like the claim is that you die instantly because it breaks your neck, but if it doesn't, then you're just strangled.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, not that one.
So not that one.
Probably the the firing squad's hardcore.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty rock and roll.
Yeah, that's the one I was going with. I picked Firing Squad.
But I guess if you're just going to be like, yeah, screw it, whatever.
What if they miss? They hit you in the leg.
It's just 40 bullets in your
shoulder,
in your shoulder and your kneecaps. You know that there's one guy that's like, I don't want to kill him. I want him to feel pain. So he just sprays the lower half.
Well,
you know,
I think firing squads, at least I heard this, I don't know how true it is, but whenever someone gets executed by a firing squad, there's like 4 or 5 people with guns, and only 1 or 2 of those guns have actual bullets in them. The other ones have blanks. So that way, only 1 or 2 people is actually killing this guy.
Do they not know what they have in it? And so nobody could be held responsible for
even that, but it's like the trauma of it. Just kind of like with the electric chair, there were 2 switches and only one of them worked kind of thing, where it's like someone doesn't have to carry the weight of I killed a guy today.
Yeah. Only 9 of them do.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though 7 of them didn't.
Yes. So I heard that somewhere.
That would be. Can we confirm that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that with hangings as well. That's specifically, they have like a room for, I don't know what culture it is. I don't know if it's Japan or China, but death by hanging, they'll have 3 switches or 3 levers, and only one of them is actually pulling
Like
the floor from underneath.
The floor from underneath.
Yeah, and it's also in a separate room so that they don't even see it. So they really don't.
So they don't know.
This is pulled from Quora, but it's an AI Google overview. Yes, the historical tradition is that at least one member of the firing squad receives a blank cartridge, meaning only a few or almost all, depending on the protocol, actually have live bullets. Reasons being for diffusing guilt, plausible deniability, and ensuring lethality.
So instead of only 2 people having
it's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
So only a couple people have blanks.
So it's just enough to be like, did I or didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Like, what are you doing today?
Yeah.
Well, babe, going to work.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living? First date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why you're calling somebody babe on a first date. Don't do that. But first date, what do you do for work? Well, I'm on a firing squad. Oh, how many people have you killed? None and all.
Yep. That's
You
right.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so, okay. We went off on a tangent.
Yeah, we did.
We got more would you rathers.
Yeah, do you want to do another one?
Sure.
All right. This one should be easy. Gain 100 pounds of fat or lose 15 inches of height.
15 inches.
That's a lot of inches.
That's a lot of inches. I would be 4 foot. What is that? 4 foot 10?
Yeah.
Right? I'm 6 foot, so it'd be 4 foot. Yeah, 9.
15 inches.
Yeah. So I'd lose a foot down
Minus
to 5
3.
feet, -3, so 4'9".
Yep. Shorter than Danny DeVito.
He's 4'10",
11, I think.
4'11".
I think he's 4'11.
I mean, I'd be all right if I didn't have to gain any more weight.
So you would be shorter.
I'd be shorter.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you can always try and like take that weight off later. You can't add inches.
If I gained 100 pounds right now,
Yeah.
100 pounds of muscle.
yeah.
All right, this one might get cut. Every time you have an orgasm, the song All Star by Smash Mouth plays.
No.
Every time the song All Star by Smash Mouth plays, you have an orgasm.
The second one.
The second one?
The second one.
That one's so much worse. You think? I'd pick the first one.
Oh, man. I don't go to a lot of like early 2000s bars, so
Yeah.
I'd be all right.
No, you'd be shocked, dude. You're going to be walking around like Universal Studios
I
or
wouldn't be
something.
able to watch Shrek.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Show wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. At least with the other
let
one.
me be honest with you. I watch Shrek right now. It's already happening.
Yeah. True.
So
True. The thing is one of them takes more explaining than the other one. Or the other one you just
Oh,
don't
my
explain.
goodness. Yeah, you
but-
only have to explain it. Well, if you're married, you only have to explain it to one person,
True.
hopefully. Do you
And
know
they
what I mean? Or it's like, why is All Star playing 7 times a week?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
And you're in the bathroom. Andy, what are you doing there? Nothing.
Nothing.
And the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
Oh my goodness. It's just brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
See, I got a great rhythm. Oh my goodness.
All right, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Ryan, do you have an answer for that one?
It would probably also be what Andy said.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Final one. Locked in a room full of spiders. Would you rather have the lights on or off? Full of spiders.
Full like
Everywhere you step, you hear crunches.
Yeah, but it's not full to where I'm like swimming in them.
No, but they're there. They're on you, and like you can't step anywhere without crunches. You feel them on you. Would you rather have the lights on or off?
Can I get out of the
No.
room? I'm just in it no matter what.
Yeah, there's no escape for right now. At least for a while.
Probably lights on.
Lights on is what Ryan said too.
You say lights off?
I don't know if lights on is better because
I feel like at least.
I can see where the dead ones are.
Also, too, are they dangerous? You know what I mean? Because like spiders don't creep me out at just the sight of them.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The crunch is weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to every time I move.
There are 4 of every species of spiders in this room.
Oh, then I would need the lights on because I want to know which ones are going to kill me.
But there's so many of them that you really
I
can't.
wouldn't even know.
You can't tell.
Yeah.
I mean, you can avoid the black widows and the tarantulas.
When I was a kid growing up, I was terrified of black widows. I mean, like you should be terrified of them because they're deadly,
Yes.
potentially. Brown recluses, like 2 very dangerous spiders. Not super prevalent in this area. I thought every spider, because until I actually saw a black widow at like a zoo, like they had like a arachnid display and they had a black widow. I was like, oh, you can't confuse that with any other spider. It's a big spider.
Yeah.
It's not like this, like you see a little wolf spider in your basement, like a little guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if wolf spiders are small, but a tiny little like basement, normal house spider. You're not like looking for the red belly or the red back. It's a big, huge bulb.
Interesting. So
You know
they're
what I mean?
bigger than you'd think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
and I don't know if I was looking at one that had, I don't know if they grow with 8. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not like, which one is that? Is that a black widow?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a black widow. The brown recluse is more like,
Is that a wolf spider or is that a...
yeah, it's like, it looks more like a normal spider that's like, oh, it's not going to hurt me. It's just a spider.
Yeah.
But it's still bigger. I mean, I've seen that they can be as small as a dime or larger. But then I always wonder, is like, is that the body? Is that including the
I
legs?
know.
Like, what are we trying? How do I?
And
Am I supposed to carry a dime around with me?
Everyone's embellishing too when they're talking about the spider size. They'll be like, "Oh, I saw a spider and it was this
This
big."
yeah.
Size of a pizza. And it's like,
Steph will text me and be like, I saw a huge spider in the basement.
Yeah.
We have to move. And I'm like, okay. And then I'll get home and she's like, I put it under something, right? So there's like a cup and it's literally,
a cellar spider.
yeah, just a normal, regular old, it's dark and cold and there's a spider.
Yeah.
And I'm like, crunch. And I put it in the thing and she's like, I don't know how you did that. I'm picking on her a little bit, but she has told me, she's like, I found a spider.
Yeah.
We have to move.
Are we getting her on next episode?
I'm going to try. Next one's the big one, right?
That's 52.
Next one's 52.
Yeah, this is
We hit the
51.
mark.
Uh-huh.
So as long as everything airs on time.
Yeah.
Let's bring her on for 52 and then not show it until 53. Let's prank it.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's that pulling one over on?
Yeah, us.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, shoot.
Got me.
Yeah.
I got me.
All right.
That's all of my would
Okay.
you rathers.
So here's what I want to do real quick. I want to switch gears. This is kind of it's not heavy, but it's like more serious. But I want to pull up a text from a buddy that I got, and there's an interesting question that he had asked me. So I don't know, and I'll send you a screenshot of this, Brandon, too. So if you want to like just put the text up,
Okay.
so that way people, if they wanted to read along. And so he shot me a text. This was way back in March. He said, I've always thought that your unique angle that could really launch it is the whole navigating the quote real world quote after growing up in a kind of cloistered Christian community. Okay. And so he continues and says, I think there are a lot of people that have a similar story that would gravitate to those stories. And then he says this, which I don't know. He means it as a compliment. He said, you're one of the most pop/secular culture aware people, old people. He was specific to say old people that I know. And he said, I know that's in part because you work with kids, but how have you struggled to navigate your closeness to a secular culture that doesn't necessarily mesh with your upbringing?
Yeah.
Right. And so I think that that's a good question because I don't think anybody who knows me now that knew me when I was younger wouldn't be surprised by how I have grown. And when I say grown, I don't necessarily mean that I was immature, but how I have aged is what I mean by that. That's not to imply that I wasn't mature before, but my perspective on things is different now than it used to be in a lot of ways. And I want to be very clear up front about this. I am not saying that I am more right now or that I was more wrong then. What I'm saying is that as I've grown, my perspective has changed. What I believed before, I don't believe as much the same stuff now. There are things that are different about my values system. Okay. And so I want to just talk about it a little bit. And I did make some notes, and I'm going to try not to just stare at my computer, but I have some interesting things that I think I just think it'll make for a good conversation. I grew up in a very conservative Christian household. My parents loved me. My parents still love me. They've been very supportive of me. This is in no way me coming out and being like, oh, I can't believe that I was raised in such a brainwashed home, because my parents were the ones who encouraged the open-mindedness. Now, the church that I grew up in did not, I wouldn't say that they discouraged open-mindedness. They didn't necessarily discourage asking questions, but they definitely didn't encourage, pursuing and challenging and struggling and wrestling with the things that they were teaching, if that makes sense. I never personally believed that the church was like, you can't challenge or ask questions. But they also didn't say, take what we're teaching, chew it, think about it, let it marinate, compare it to things other people are teaching, and see what, see how they all make sense. Does that make sense, Brandon? Mm-hmm. Like how I'm talking about that? It does. So anyway, I don't regret how I was raised. I want to be just very clear about a couple basic things. This is not bashing my upbringing. It's not bashing the people who I went to youth group with. It's not bashing the youth pastors I had, because they were all wonderful people. I still know you met some of them like recently. They're wonderful people. They love people and they love God and they want to serve. There's nothing about them that's trying to hold people back or push people down there. All the motives are pure. I want to be very clear about that. The people in the churches that I grew up in genuinely wanted what they believed was best for people. There was nothing about selfishness or grifting. There's so much about the church now that's about control or power or money or influence or whatever. The people that I grew up with were very much like, we just want what's best. And we have been taught and we believe and we've lived this way. And we think that it's how other people should as well. And I perpetuated that. I told people, don't listen to certain musics and don't expose yourself to certain things, and be careful, how much sin you allow to be close to you, because it might rub off and affect you in a negative way. And I think that there's still concepts of that belief system that are true, where you're influenced by what you consume and, what you think affects how you act. And, there's even scientific evidence to prove that kind of stuff is true, but the perspective is just different. It's like I'm looking through the same lens. It's that I've just shifted the focus is all. I haven't completely abandoned the worldview that I've grown up with. It's just that I've found a different focus point to zoom in on, to pay attention to. And so I don't want to say that because the ideas that I hold now are different than some of the ideas that I held when I was younger, that means the people who taught me those original ideas are bad people or they're selfish. They're not. I have just tried to expand and open up the concept. And one particular story that jumps to mind is I remember there's this book called Pop Goes the Church. And I read it, and it talked a lot about how popular culture, popular culture has a mixed bag. I used to, I don't even know how I want to go about diving into this. So let me go back. There was this big argument about teaching evolution in schools or teaching creation in schools. And if you look up the Scopes monkey trial, there's this concept. It was like this court case where they're talking about what should schools teach and all this other stuff. And around that same time frame, when they decided federally that schools did not have to teach creation as the start of the universe, and that the evolutionary theory was more going to be kind of the concept. All of a sudden, Christian universities specifically designed with Christian values, started popping up like over time. Christian schools, middle schools, elementary schools, high schools, Christian base, run by churches, not they're private, so they don't have to adhere to the same state regulations. They don't have the state requirements for their educators. They started popping up in Christian schools, and it became possible to be born, to go to church, to go to a Christian school, to go to a Christian university, to work for a Christian church or work for a Christian publishing company or to work for a Christian music label, and never, ever, ever have to be forced to come into contact with anybody who believes anything different from you. And that is an incredibly dangerous way to live your life. It's safe and it's comfortable and there's a lot of validation and you feel very certain. And I think that there's a sense of stability that comes with that, but you're missing out on so many different opportunities too, to challenge and to question and to be made aware of beautiful things that either have a different religious tone or no religious tone at all, and they're still beautiful, you know? And so when I realized, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a pastor of a big church. I wanted to start a church or take over a struggling church. I was very specific, and I wanted to grow it into a juggernaut. I wanted to be I wanted to be a great leader and a good dynamic communicator and challenge people and motivate and inspire. And I did all those things. You know, I didn't grow Refuge into this mega church, but we were serving dozens and dozens of kids every night, you know? And if you think about the impact we had on those kids in the community, it's equal to what like a big church would have in its community. And so anyway, I went to a Christian school, kindergarten through 12th grade. I went to a Christian school. My first secular educational experience was at Youngstown State University. I went to a non-Christian college. And I'll never forget, in my freshman year, either the first or second semester, I had a philosophy class. And in the philosophy class, I was convinced that I was going to write a paper that was going to change the professor's mind. I mean, the arrogance that I had, that this little punk 18-year-old was going to write some paper that was going to open his eyes to how much he was wrong in his approach to philosophy. This is the guy who has a doctorate, a PhD in philosophy, has been teaching philosophy for a decade or more. And I had the gall and the arrogance to be like, yeah, I'm going to write this paper. And I'll never forget it. I got the paper back and it had a C grade on it. Okay. Which he would have given it an A if it was well written. It wasn't the content that he didn't like. So he knew what he was doing. And I have so much respect for this guy. I wish that I could remember his name. It was so early on in my college career. And I'll never forget it because I was talking about a specific line in the paper about the grace and goodness of God. And he asked a question that I didn't have an answer to. In the paper, he wrote the thing. He goes, if God is so good, why does my friend have AIDS? That was the question he wrote. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, you know, and obviously in my thing, I immediately start judging the friend. I'm like, well, your friend probably had sex with somebody who had AIDS. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't have had sex before. You blah, blah, blah. You come up with all this stuff.
God gave your friend free will.
Probably shared a needle with somebody. I start doing the things that you do, blaming the person who has it, right? As if they're, you know, which they might have been responsible for it. They might have used a dirty needle to do intravenous drugs. They might have had sexual intercourse with a person who was infected with HIV and they contracted it and it turned into AIDS. Who knows? But again, that's assuming that everybody's on the same page to understanding that having unprotected sex is the same sin that I was taught that it was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't, if they would have been married and the person had HIV, they're not doing anything that I would have been told or considered at that point in my life was a sin.
Yeah.
And it's possible that he still could have contracted it.
Yeah, but that, you know.
You could, but what I'm saying is that you just trace it back to where what happens is as a conservative Christian person, you're not given the tools automatically, at least when I was growing up, to look at it and go, you know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
You always have to have an answer to those questions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's an unfair question. That one's like, it almost feels like juvenile, that question.
And I agree. And I think it was because he was responding in kind to the approach that he perceived I was taking with the paper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not that it's right or wrong or whatever. He graded it. When I read the paper, I remember I put that paper into my capstone folder, my last, where I had to like take my entire college thing and kind of summarize and be like, I deserve to get these final credits. I deserve to have a degree because this is the summary of my work.
Yeah.
And I put that paper in there. But when I put it in there, I reread it. And this was 5 years. It took me 5 years to get through college because I did the minimum amount of hours that I could to get financial aid. Okay. My first semester, I think I did 15 or 18 hours. And every semester after that, I only did 12. I was like, that's 4 classes.
Yep.
I'm good. So I read it again and I was like, whoa, like who were you?
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking to think that this would be an appropriate paper to write at a college level?
Yeah.
Like it was very arrogant, very on my part. If I were him, I'd be like, this mother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
So this wasn't like a Christian like teacher.
No,
Okay.
no. Very secular in his beliefs, philosophy.
You can tell by that question. That's not a question that a Christian teacher would ask you.
Well, another question he had was, oh, I wrote something down and he goes, oh, so you must have dinner with God regularly. You know what I mean?
Dude, what a spiteful professor, dude.
There was definitely some spite to it.
Who was your professor? Ricky Gervais?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Very, very much. And it was very intentional. Do you know what I mean? It was very intentionally like almost as if my content offended his sensibility so much that he had to just fire back in kind.
Yeah.
Now, when I say I have respect for him, it was because I get to critique him. I write you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he was a tenured professor, if he was tenured, doesn't matter. Like he could do whatever the heck he wants, basically. But when I read it, my first reading, it was like, well, yeah, actually I do. Cause he lives in my heart, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm saying that kind of stuff. But then as I got older, I was like, you know what? Like, who am I? Like if he's reading this, and he's looking at me going, this kid has no respect for my education.
Yeah.
He's got no respect for the fact that I put in 6, 7, 8 years plus the tenure of teaching, all the reading that I've done, all the studying that I've done. And he's going to come in, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I appreciate I would have loved to have a one-on-one conversation with this guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was so smart. I mean, listening to the class, even playing some of the lectures back in my head, years later, I was like, man, this guy is so smart, So when he wrote that, it was I was very arrogant. I in my head, I minored in religious studies. My major was telecommunications, and I minored in religious studies because I thought I'm going to get this degree in telecommunications. I want to be a radio DJ, and you know what kind of radio station I wanted to start? Christian music radio station. So I went from a Christian school, going to a Christian church, living in a very supportive, loving Christian home, to the secular university so I could get a degree so I could start a Christian radio station, right? And it was the first like crack in my perspective happened. When I say crack, I mean like that first opportunity where I was like, you know what? It might be okay to ask some questions. Was I had a lesbian women of the Bible professor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I realized that this woman knew she had more knowledge of women in the Bible in her pinky than I would ever get in my entire life, no matter how much I studied. But she was so smart and she was so kind. You know what I mean? She was so kind. And I was like, man, like the Bible is a book. It is text. It is historical. It's possible to miss the spirit of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also not. We might be wrong about some of it.
It's all interpretation, and a lot of it's not to be taken literally.
Very much so. And if it's to be taken literally, it's to be taken literally within the context of when it was written, which culturally was a completely different. Yeah. I mean, the world was, we're talking millennia ago.
Yeah.
And there's so many things in the Bible that I find so fascinating, and you'll hear these arguments that there's things in the Old Testament that we still follow, right? The 10 Commandments are still considered to be like whatever. Yeah. But what most people don't realize is that the 10 Commandments are the first 10 of a series of like 600 plus laws, right? And the laws that I'll follow are so specific, we break all of them almost every single day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when Jesus came into the world in the New Testament and they write the stories of their experiences with him, I can't help but start to think about what would the modern day version of Jesus be like now? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if Jesus came to earth right now and all we know about him before he comes is the picture that's painted of him in the New Testament, what would that translate into the 21st century? And I find, when I'm very honest, that the majority of conservative Christians would not like
What he was.
the guy that he would be now.
Yeah.
If he had the same characteristics that he had then.
Yeah.
Because he was anti-authority.
Yeah.
He was, and when I say anti-authority, he didn't like when people possessed a certain level of, I'm right, follow me.
Right.
Like, don't challenge what I'm doing.
Right.
He very much up against that.
Yeah.
So through this philosophy class, through meeting people who were smarter than me, I thought I was, when I walked into certain college classrooms, I legitimately believed I was the smartest person in the room, only to be, immediately knocked down to like nothing, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the smartest person in my 6-person, I'm the smartest Bible person in my 6-person high school Bible class.
Yeah.
I'm only smarter than 5 people. You walk into a college course, there's 22 people in that class, and you're not you're quite literally the dumbest because all you know is what you learned in your 11th grade Bible class,
Yeah.
which is a textbook written by somebody who worked for a Christian publishing company, who went to a Christian school, who got a degree from a Christian university, and never met or interacted with someone who had different beliefs than them.
Yeah.
You know? And so
Do you want to answer the question what you think he would be like now?
I think that he would be, and I'm trying to think of like a person to like almost embody like the characteristics. I don't think that he would be living in a big home, right? Like, I don't think that he would have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think that he would try everything that he could to just exist. I think that he would look more like a panhandler than a CEO.
I was going to say hippie. I think he would look more like a hippie than he would. Because everything you've described, anti-authority, peaceful.
I think that he would work to try to live off the generosity of other people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Then make a bunch of money to run a big company or a big church or a big corporation. I think that he would eschew the lavish luxury of the 21st century. You know, like people joke about Christopher Nolan still carrying around a flip phone. Like if the person of Jesus, right, were alive today and engaged in any of the technology, it would not be the newest you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's so weird to talk about this because it's weird.
Yeah, I mean it is, but it's
I think that
it's a good thing to talk about. I think
I agree because
most people don't think about that.
When I think about the person of Jesus and what it means to be a Christ follower, like are you a Christian? Yes, I'm a Christian. But in the definition of the term that Christian means, I attempt and I strive to be more Christ-like every day.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, someone's like, what denomination are you? I say, no. Like, I grew up Pentecostal, very evangelical. I joke with people that we're like 2 degrees away from the snake handlers. My church services were bonkers. Do you know what I mean? Like, to the point where there's certain elements of my church's subculture where demons are around every corner. Like, you're just constantly, like, the purpose of your life is to struggle well and then finally get to glory when you die. Yeah. There's no sense of God created the earth, so enjoy good music. Do you know what I mean? Like, eat food that brings warmth to your belly. There's no sense of like sex was a kind of emotionless procreation act. Do you know what I mean? Like when the sex as an emotional engagement and enjoying this is probably too much information for a podcast, but like when I'm engaging in that with my wife, there are times where I just love so much that our skin is, I just love being as close as humanly possible. It's not about climax. It's not about any of that. It's just, I love just having a person that is also made in the image of God, right? That I am this connected to. And so I think Jesus he would walk into some of our churches and beg that the pastors would shut them down. Because what are you doing? We could fill these buildings with every homeless person in the neighborhood. Why are we having the doors closed Tuesday, Monday through Saturday, and then 11 people show up on Sunday morning? You've got room here to fix the adoption problem. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
There's widows and orphans that need these buildings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to minister, and speeches every Sunday is not always the best one to try and make the world a better place.
And I don't, just to say that there are hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of churches who are doing ministry Monday through Saturday, and then getting together on Sunday and celebrating.
Yeah.
You know, teaching a lesson, encouraging, challenging, right? And then they go out and then they do the work. So don't hear me say that every church needs to be shut down. And the church, I still think that the greatest hope of the world is the local church doing what the local church is designed to do, meeting the needs of its community. It's such a complicated topic because I feel like I haven't even actually gotten to what I wrote down. But it's growing up in that church world, I used to think that the epitome would be that if I had 1,000-member church and I made enough money to provide for my family, I'd be successful. Do you know what I mean? And I would write books, and I would travel, and I'd get on the book circuit, and I would go to the conferences that all of the pastors that I grew up listening to spoke at these conferences. I thought, I'm going to travel, and I'm going to have that aura of being the traveling speaker. Do you know what I mean? And some of the conferences, I don't think Jesus would attend. He'd be like, I don't need to. I'm going to go help somebody. I want to go meet somebody. I want to go, he would wash the feet of prostitutes, Jesus, it's almost like, what's the equivalent? Like Jesus would be walking the streets of Vegas.
Yeah.
Jesus would be walking the streets of New York. He'd be walking the streets of Amsterdam. Like he wouldn't be in a mega church in Peachtree, Atlanta area, Georgia. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I bring it up every so often, but the guy who made the Boondocks, the Boondocks, he made a live action show that they actually recently stopped, I'm pretty sure, called Black Jesus, where it was a black dude who lived in Compton. And it was a comedy, but everything he did was so much like very heartwarming and like the things that you would think Jesus would do, but through the lens of like edgy comedy, but also at every turn, he was always trying to do what Jesus would do.
Right.
Because like everyone's like, oh, that's not the real Jesus. That's not the real Jesus, which is another thing that would happen that
they'd be like, it's
just a guy.
One of my favorite things that C.S. Lewis, famous author, Chronicles of Narnia, he wrote a book called Mere Christianity, Screwtape Letters. Phenomenal author. He was a contemporary of J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings. They met and they talked about their stories and they wrote these things together. And so anyway, C.S. Lewis said that and he used this in his book, The Chronicles of Narnia. And he said, Jesus, you can only be one of these things. You're either a liar, a lunatic, or you are who you say you are. And so when you look at Jesus claiming that he was the Messiah, claiming that he was the prophesied one, he's either lying and he knows it, he's either crazy and he doesn't realize that he's not those things, or he's actually who he says he is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be anything else. You're either intentionally lying, you're accidentally lying, or you're telling the truth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in only one of those are you to be trusted.
Yeah.
Right? And so in today's culture, with everybody knowing everything, social media being what it is, less people would believe in Jesus as is the modern day Jesus as Messiah as they would that he's a lunatic or that he's lying.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Way more people would say liar
or lunatic.
Yeah.
Than would say, oh yeah, let's follow that guy.
Yeah.
He would probably be more isolated than he was when there was less people on the planet. Now that's not to say that I don't currently live in a home that Jesus would probably be like, you don't need that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to have a sense of like understanding that I don't know. I don't want to assume that arrogance that I had when I was younger. I also don't want to feign humility either, because I feel more confident in my understanding of who the person is, of who the person of Jesus is now than I did 10 years ago, even though I'm willing to admit that I know less. Do you know what I mean? I know less things, but the things that I believe now, I'm more confident in.
Yeah.
And so I think that we tried to use this fear of hell growing up as a way to modify behavior rather than using this incredible character of Jesus' love and compassion and servanthood as a motivation for change, right? Like behavior modification was always, and I'm summarizing it, and it's very generalized, and it's not fair to a lot of churches, but I have behavior modification through fear in order to get people to behave in a way that's easy to control or easy to explain has I have found was the motive of the early 90s church. Do you know what I mean? And so we used to watch movies like based on, what was the name of the movie? Left Behind.
Oh, yeah.
Where I used to think, and I don't know, I don't know if some of my old friends, if we talked about this when they were on the podcast, but my old friends, Christy and Pam, who've been on the podcast via Zoom before, we have joked in text messages that we used to, and we've sent videos back and forth to each other. And I think I mentioned it on the podcast.
I think you did.
We used to be afraid that everybody else had been raptured.
Yeah.
And we got left behind. That is an insane. I mean, think about what that does to a 7-year-old's brain. Mm-hmm. That your church is telling you that you could be raptured. Now, again, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not going to tell my 7-year-old daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, make sure you behave, because if Jesus comes back, you might get left behind. Mm-hmm. I would never say that to my daughter. And the fact that the church, I don't even remember overtly anybody telling me that, but the lessons, the perspective, the approach was that. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so to say your mom, hey mom, and to not hear anything, and your 9, 10, 11-year-old brain is to think, did she get raptured and I got left behind, is bonkers.
Yeah, it is.
It's bonkers. And so
great premise for a movie, though.
Yeah. I mean, if it's done well, because they've tried it a couple times and they've been terrible.
Or are they bad? Okay.
Thought
it was Nick Cage.
Okay.
You're
proving my point.
Can't be bad.
I tried to watch Spider Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Dang.
On Amazon Prime.
I thought it was going to be a movie, but it turns out it was
series.
a show. Yeah.
It is cool that you can watch it in black and white or color.
That is neat, I guess.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, do they just grayscale it? Like, because you got to like that and that's wild to think about. Anyway, so he was in the movie. Yeah. And I loved those books. I loved them because they were fiction. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never once did I think this is prophetic. Like they're telling the future. You know what I mean? I was like, this is so, I cannot get over the story. Mm-hmm. Like the story was so engaging. And I was a kid, I was probably 14, maybe younger. Could not get enough of those books. I read there's like 12 of them. Used to wait a year, like Harry Potter level, like anticipation for these books. Ironically enough, I read them faster than I read the Harry Potter series. Most Christians wouldn't tell you to read the Harry Potter series, but Harry Potter's a great story of overcoming adversity and learning yourself. And I mean, it's phenomenal. It's the modern day Chronicles of Narnia. Like it should be held to that standard, anyway, because it's about witches and warlocks and magic. Ooh, it's like, wake up. Anyway, that's a different podcast. And so I, to think that I, at some point, and my dad and my mom would be shocked because they never said, be careful, Jesus might come back and you'll get left behind. They never said that. It was never a threat. They didn't use fear as a behavior modification. They used fear of spankings. They used fear of punishment or discipline. You know what I mean? But they never brought in this religious component. But the church did. And again, I don't know that the church did it intentionally. I don't know that they said, they of the church, the board of old white men, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think ever said, let's terrify our children into submission. I think that over the course of human history, humans with a deep desire for control over the unknown have forgotten that not having control is freedom. Or the flip side of that is having control is lucrative. Do you know what I mean? And so those were the things when I started to ask these questions and be like, man, there are people that are way smarter than me that don't believe the same stuff. Is it possible, even for a second, that I might have a translation, a comma, a jot or a tittle wrong in how I am projecting or reflecting what I'm reading onto other people? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And another big crack in it is when I met, I've said this before, is when I met and got to know a gay person.
Yeah.
I was like, God doesn't hate this person.
Yeah.
God doesn't hate this person.
Yeah.
Do I know 100% with certainty how, if we were created by a creator, do I know with 100% certainty in that creator's mind how we were designed to behave? No. Do I care? Also, no.
Yeah.
I don't, because here's my thing. I used to argue climax, sexual engagement, things fitting in, you know what I mean? Like, I used to just make up all these juvenile ways, almost summarizing a loving relationship into whether there was the proper hole to put it in, to
Right.
be really crass with the statement. And then I realized that even that argument narrows down this complex thing of love to just a physical act, which is so stupid and so irrelevant, you know?
Yeah.
And so then I met this person and I watched them both struggle with their coming out, their identity of themselves. And I thought it's equally as unfair for them to struggle with that as it was for me to think that I had been left behind if my mom didn't answer my yell really fast. And I didn't do anything wrong to feel that way. It's possible that this is who they are. And it's not because of trauma, or it's not because they're sexually deviant. It's not because they were abused or neglected, which is possible, but it's who they are.
Yeah.
Am I making,
I think
are
you
we
are
tracking?
I am. What I was going to say is it kind of goes back to that thing where it's like culturally and like at the time, like there's certain rules that protected you survival wise.
Right.
Like not being allowed to eat pork because it had a lot of like, it has a ton of bacteria and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And if it's not cooked properly, you get really sick. All those types of things that are built into the Bible that you would look at now, there's like, oh, that was actually trying to protect us for our health.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't say anything about a woman lying with a woman.
Right.
So you would argue that there's one type, the man lying with a man, where you're more likely to catch some type of disease or dysentery or something like that if not cleaned up properly, which, not to be gross, but like...
No, it's very much, it has nothing to do with sexuality as a way of feeling affection.
Right.
It has to do with, because also keep in mind that these laws were handed down. The way that the Bible tells the stories, that they're handed down by God to a group of people who had been slaves for 4 centuries.
Right.
So they did not know how to function as a free people.
Right.
They didn't have any rules. It was the Lord of the Flies. They were just there was no structure. And so creating intense structure is actually a great expression of affection, because you're creating boundaries which are not about sin or not sin or bad behavior or good behavior, but about health and cleanliness.
Exactly.
And life-giving.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And so for us to translate that, and there's this documentary called 1946 or 42, I can't remember the name of it, but it talks about the translations of the words that the original biblical language, we translate the word into homosexuality. Now, there's a lot of theologians that argue this, both for and against. Mm-hmm. But some believe that the original text is more closely linked to the concept of pedophilia. And so when the Bible's talking about these things being abominations, it's not talking about homosexuality.
Yeah.
It's talking about preying on children, which
Catholics did not hear that, by the way.
Preach. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw a Facebook post the other day. And I don't want to get too specific because I don't want to put my hat in the ring of this particular argument. But I saw a post yesterday where a small group of people had a problem with a booth at a public event because it hosted a character that, when that individual playing that character is not in this booth serving the public, they're engaging in behavior that is an outlier, right? It's obscure. It could be considered to be deviant, right? But also there's no evidence that it's dangerous, right?
Yeah, I will say this is a little too vague for me to be able to track. I have no idea what you're saying.
Okay. I'm trying to be delicate.
I know, I could tell.
Yeah. So there was a it's fair time.
Okay.
State fair time.
Yep, gotcha.
So at these state fairs, there's all these booths for public services.
Yeah.
Whether it be churches or YMCAs or whatever. So they put booths up in these fairs to pass out information. One of these booths had a person dressed up as an animal.
Okay.
Okay. When this person, now we don't know anything about whether or not this booth invited
Cartoon animal?
it was like a big teddy bear or something.
Okay.
Okay. Not like it was a furry.
Okay, there we go. That's what my question was. Was
Okay.
a cartoon animal?
Okay. So the question became, did this particular booth invite this character, or was that character at the fair and then popped in, snapped a picture, and then Facebook blows up with it? Okay. So then the question, so first of all, we don't know yet if they invited them. The question is, do they know that this person engages in what would be considered deviant, out of the ordinary behavior? But then it begs the question, just because they engage in behavior that is deemed or that is applied to being deviant does not mean that they're actually a threat to anybody. Do you get what I'm saying? And so and so this person who was posting this stuff is quoting scripture after scripture after scripture of stuff that I think if you were to break down the text has no implication, no connection to what she was using the verse for, which drives me bonkers.
Yeah.
Because it's like, would I let, and I always come back to this. I'm not going to let a stranger babysit my children. But that doesn't mean that there's also times where I found out that people I trust and I've left with my children have engaged in behavior that I wouldn't engage in.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that from that point on, I'm not going to let them babysit my children. Now, I don't want anybody to hear this and be like, you would let a deviant predator babysit your children? No. Stop assuming that somebody who engages in some kink is a predator.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they are. Not to mention, because you said it, there is more documentation and proof that the people who are supposed to take care of our children have engaged in that than the drag queens who read in the libraries.
Yeah.
That's not to say that every person who is supposed to take care of children is bad. And that's not to say that every person who's a drag queen that reads in libraries is good. I'm not making any of those blanket statements. But what I'm saying is, I personally know more people who have been inappropriately touched by religious leaders than I know people who have been inappropriately touched by non-religious leaders. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I don't like that generalization at all because it's not fair to anybody.
And it applies to the people trying to make the generalization sometimes.
Yes, 100%. And so anyway, so we're talking about whatever. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
But what I want, this is such a good topic though, because like, I know that there's people who listen to this podcast, I know, that have experienced this same like, what's evolution,
right?
You know, I would consider when I was growing up, you didn't vote, you only voted Republican because Republican was Christian. That was it.
Yeah.
Not now.
Right.
I mean, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no judgment. Do you know what I mean? Seriously.
Well, I think that what you just said right there is the thing that a lot of them struggle with. No judgment. Judge not lest you be judged.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of Christians and religious folks just completely ignore, that could answer the question in a simple way, even though it's a more complex question than the simple answer of just don't judge anybody, do your own thing, be a human, and we're all going to sin. You know, what is and what isn't a sin can be up for interpretation sometimes.
And I've always struggled with this thing where it's like, I'll never stop laughing at the one, I don't know what show it was, the cartoon where he falls into like lava or quicksand and he's like, Jesus Christ, come into my heart. Oh, thanks. I made it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was Xavier Renegade Angel, which is it was deep fry before deep fry existed.
I mean, it's so funny because like I used to think when I was growing up, I used to think that I was going to get married and Jesus was going to come back before I got to have sex for the first time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what a cosmic joke.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
that is a good bit.
Like, like God got the last, like, yeah, which is so funny. I don't know why that's funny to me to think about how stupid my brain was.
Because it's the male condition.
And it's just like that was the thing I was worried about. Like, Jesus, don't come back until I get to have sex. You know what I mean? Like, what a weird thing to say.
Yeah. You're stoked for it, man.
I was stoked. You know what I mean? Like,
as you should be. You were probably 12, 13 years old around this time.
When I got married?
No, when you were worried about.
Well, no, I literally I was like 19.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what a weird thing to think about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying like all I wanted was to get married so I can have sex, but there was a legitimate time where I think my friends were like, I think he's just getting married so he can, like, no, what? I'm not. I mean, I'm excited about it, but no. Anyway, and so some other things that kind of led me to this just slow progression is that I realized that people who I saw this interview with an old interview where they were interviewing members of AC/DC, the band.
Yep.
And the Christian world back then thought that AC/DC stood for Antichrist Devil Child, and that all their music was just for the purpose of tricking people into following Satan.
Yeah.
And when they were interviewed, they said it's like there's two different types of power.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're like, we don't, like, what? You know what I mean? And they could have been lying. They could have had an intention to try to pull, but like when you listen to them talk, it's almost like they didn't care.
Yeah.
It's power.
Yeah.
Two different types of current, alternating and direct.
Yep.
And they wanted their music to instill that kind of energy.
Yeah. And they used a lot of electric instruments.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Than them legit, like, just come out and say it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they had
anyway,
Highway to Hell.
yeah,
That's the big one.
Of course, yeah, it's too obvious.
That's what
You know
got
what I mean?
them. Yeah.
Great song.
It's a little
by
on the
way.
nose, but yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so then I started realizing I was like, because then I know churches to this day, like there's a certain denomination of churches that will not use any instruments because the only instrument that you should use is the one that God gave you, and it's your vocal cords. Like, and I'm generalizing, I'm summarizing. Again, fine. If you're good with that, fine. I don't want to attend that church. I'm not going to bash it. I'm just not going to spend my time worshiping or engaging. I want music.
Yeah.
Music is moving. It speaks a language. Do you know what I mean? And if it's sinful, then how?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know
And so
what you mean.
I just struggle. And so the more that I've struggled with it, and the more that I've asked questions, I've just like, I've stopped trying to get certainty. And I guess if I had to summarize this, which I could seriously do 20 episodes on this, and maybe we should produce them a little more, and I should sit down, and we shouldn't just sit down with a camera and talk, and we can break it down a little more and do some research and really get into it. But if you grew up, if you grew up in a similar situation, or if you can identify with some of the stories, or if you're curious, if you're a person who, like the person who asked me this question, grew up in a Catholic environment very early on, but got out of it very early. They've explained to me that they would be interested to hear some of these stories. And the stories that I have about, like, my sister got her ears pierced, and we walked into my grandmother's house, and my cousins were like, Courtney got her ears pierced. Like, we can't believe it. Like thinking that she had condemned herself to hell at that point for earrings. Do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't go to certain movies. We didn't go to movie theaters for years because we thought movie theaters were sinful. Bowling alleys, because people smoked at bowling alleys, and smoking is a sin, and the sin will get on you. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's wild, the stuff that I was taught. And again, not by my parents, but by the church, but my parents were taught it too. So they're just living too, you know? And so, my encouragement here, an hour and 6 minutes in, if you're still listening, thank you and God bless you. And I apologize. Certainty is the enemy of progress. Like, if I had to just summarize what it means to be, like, evolving as a spiritual person, somebody who engages in a faith component in your life, the concept of faith makes it so certainty is not necessary. That's faith is faith because you believe something even though you're not certain of it. And so certainty is the enemy of evolution. Certainty is the enemy of adaptation. Certainty is the enemy of faith. You don't need faith if you're certain. So struggle a little bit. Ask some questions. Challenge the things that you've been taught, not to disprove them, but to shave them, shape them, sharpen them, whatever analogy you want to use. I mean, we use these things in the Bible, that iron sharpens iron. If you were to take a microscope or a heavy duty like magnifier and zoom in on what's happening on the micro level of iron sharpening iron, it's violent, it's intense, it's hot. There's collateral damage. Do you know what I mean? Iron sharpening iron requires tension. It requires friction. And that's the opposite of certainty. You know, we have to be willing to be challenged and to challenge and to say, I don't know. And I guess that's where I wanted to start. And we're going to have to end there because we're at our time.
Yeah.
Do you want to try something fun?
Yeah, it is a turn.
I don't care if it's a turn. I
All
mean,
right.
I don't think what we did was heavy.
No.
I just think, you know,
We'll see how this
see how it flows.
juxtaposes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what is the game?
This is the name game.
Okay.
It's a game as old as time.
Okay.
You have a thing on your forehead. You can't see it, and you
Okay.
have to try and guess it.
Okay.
So I'm going to
And
have to walk over and put this on you.
I can ask questions.
You can
and
ask
you're
yes
giving-
or no questions.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So hang on. You have to pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
All right. You pick 3. I'm coming over with your sticker.
All right. I'm looking at. I won't be able to read it anyway. Okay. Can the camera see it?
I sure hope so. Here's what I'm worried about is this not sticking your hat and falling, which it's already trying to do.
Okay.
So if it falls, don't look at it.
I can't see anything. Can the camera see it?
Camera can see it.
All right. Yes or no?
Yes or no questions, I'll tell you that every one of these names is an infamous person.
Okay. Am I a man?
Yes. It's going to fall.
Hang on.
Do we have tape?
Yeah.
Ryan's going to grab some tape. So just, try and keep asking questions. I'll give you more
Okay.
answers.
I'm a man.
You are.
Am I alive?
You are.
Am I famous because of movies?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to count these just in case you get it really fast.
Have I been in a movie this year?
Now, I don't know for sure about this year, but recently enough.
In the last 12 months?
That's this year. Hang on. I got to
Well,
Google.
I mean, not 2026 is this year.
Probably not is what we'll say.
Okay.
Okay, probably not.
Okay, probably not. Okay. Okay. So silly.
The most expensive tape on your forehead right now, by the way.
You got that this game costs us $11.
Yeah, just for the.
Is it sticking?
Is it?
Okay, I still can't see. Okay.
Yeah, you can't read that far.
I can't read, period.
Yeah.
Joke's on y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm famous because of movies. I'm a man. I'm alive right now.
And I don't think you were.
I have not been in a movie in the
last
last 12 months.
I'll
Okay.
double check it. Or Ryan, do the Google.
Do I have an Academy Award?
Ooh, another Google. I'll have to find out. I don't 100% know. Let's find out.
Do I have an Academy Award? Don't look it up on the TV.
A nomination.
I have a nomination. That really narrows it down. I've never won.
No.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to give you a more than one word answer either.
Oh,
Or-
yeah.
Or
Sorry.
the yes or no, but that's
have
okay.
Have I won? Okay, so have I won? The answer is no.
Yeah.
Okay. Are my movies box office hits?
They can be, but not every one of them.
That's a long answer.
I know.
Okay. Not every one of them.
Sometimes. I'll try and get
Am
20.
am I married?
Yes.
Okay. Am I married to a woman?
Yes.
Is my wife also a celebrity?
Yes, kind of. But yes. She's also a little infamous.
Oh, okay. Have I played a superhero?
I don't think so.
Okay.
To answer your question earlier, you were in a movie last year,
Okay.
so 13 months ago.
Okay. Man, this is hard.
Yeah, this one might be a tough one.
It's getting
Their infamy is the big thing that connects all these names.
infamy.
Yeah, and I had a list long. I only picked 4 names.
Have I been in trouble?
Yes.
Like big public trouble?
Yes. Getting there.
Okay. Am I currently okay? Well, if they were in the movie, I was going to be like, am I currently incarcerated? I'm not currently
I don't
incarcerated.
think so.
No.
Okay, so we're not talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am an actor.
Yep.
Like that's my profession.
Yep.
Okay. Oh man, it's going to be a lot of cuts of dead air as we just
That's
cycle
okay.
through 57 questions. We should limit
You're
it.
already really close.
Okay. I just feel like I've not played a superhero. I mean, that actually, surprisingly, that narrows it down. Most people have played superheroes. Am I, okay, let me ask you, if you don't know the age, am I over 50?
Yes, is my knee-jerk answer. Ryan's going to double check, but yes.
Okay. So over 50. So, because in my head, I'm like, Ryan Reynolds has played a superhero. He's married to an infamous female actress.
Yeah, who
so
we
it's
almost
not-
put on the list, but we
So it's
didn't.
not him. Gosling has been in a movie.
Yes, confirmed. Over 50 years old, yes.
Like I keep thinking about Tom Cruise, but I'm not Tom Cruise.
Not Tom Cruise.
Okay.
And I will
'Cause
say, if
he's
you
not-
want one more than one word answer, like a yes or no, if you were feeling like
Yeah.
you can't get it, I will answer one.
Because it's not
Or if you would like a hint or something, I could try and give you a hint, but I don't want to
been
give.
nominated for an Academy Award but haven't won one. Over 50.
Over
Because
50.
it's not like Timothy Chalamet.
Nope.
Oh man.
This person is infamous. Again, everyone on the list of names that you could get,
You keep saying infamous as if that's
they're not necessarily good people.
they're bad people.
And they
Okay.
might have done something very bad.
An actor who's been nominated that's over 50 that's done something bad.
Yeah.
What?
You're dancing around it.
I know. And what's so funny is that everybody can see this and they're like, he's there. You ever play Mad Lib where
Yes.
you're like, you're saying the thing and you're like, you got it. And you're
Yeah.
like, no, I didn't.
Yep.
Okay. Because it's not like a Quentin Tarantino.
Nope.
Okay. That would have been too on the nose for you to, I mean, I guess I did pick number 3.
Yeah.
So I did this. So have they only acted or have they also done other things like directed or things like that?
He might have, will you check on that one? He might have, but for the most part, acting, you consume a lot of content with this person or have,
Yeah.
yep, no, just direct,
Okay.
just acting.
I mean, he produces, but
It's like not Conan O'Brien because he hasn't done anything infamous,
No.
like bad.
No.
I consume a lot of this person.
You do, depending. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Dang.
Depending
I'm
on what you're
stumped.
watching.
I'm struggling.
there's a couple shows he's on that you would
Is
watch.
it oh man. Has he only done movies or has he also done TV?
Oh, he's done TV too.
Is it Alec Baldwin?
It's Alec Baldwin! Yes!
You never once asked what the thing he did was either.
Yeah,
No,
but
he
it was a
can't. It's
yes or no. It's a yes
that's
or
you
no
can
thing.
ask
I think
those questions.
almost all these people have been convicted of a crime. So you can ask, like, did they kill someone? Did they
Okay.
do this or did they do that?
I mean, yeah.
Yes,
you're
he
like,
killed somebody.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta do at least one more.
You like that?
That's
all right.
fun.
I was hoping so. All right. 1, 2, 3.
We'll go with 1 this time.
1. All right.
I
Keep
should
that
have.
tape.
I
We're
should
gonna
have
need you to
kept
keep
it.
that
I
tape.
should have kept the tape.
It's okay. Did you already fold it?
Yeah, I folded it.
All right.
Another piece. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. LeBron James is in no rush to pick a team.
You mean that there's no rush to pick LeBron?
Okay.
All right. Am I man?
Yes.
Okay. Infamous. I mean, am I in the music business?
Yes.
Okay. Am I Diddy?
No.
Okay. Am I relevant? Is my music relevant now?
Yes.
Have I produced? Have I made new music recently?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he knows who it is already.
I don't.
He asks such good questions, and then he doesn't know.
I don't know because in my head I was like, oh, it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But he hasn't. You know. New music recently.
Yep.
Like, did the album come out within the last year?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Committed a crime.
Maybe. This one's just infamy.
Oh, just infamy.
It
not
could be
committed a
crime, could be infamous, could be
Okay. Am I married?
No.
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 Actually,
Is
double
my,
check, but I don't think so
Am
anymore.
do I have a particular genre? Like,
Yes.
am I only a one genre artist?
Yes and no, but kind of yes.
Okay, is it like country, like country?
No, not country.
Okay.
He is married.
He is still married. Yeah, sorry about that. But we were uncertain, so that might be a hint.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to try to narrow it down with genre.
There you go. It's good.
Am I a pop artist? Like top
Yes and no
40
again.
kind of pop? Like,
He would be in the top 40, but not. I wouldn't classify it as pop.
is he in a band or is he solo?
Solo.
Okay. Is it Justin Timberlake?
No.
Because he experienced some infamy with a DUI.
That would have been a good one to add.
All right.
Some of this infamy is a little more mean-spirited, I guess we'll say. You know?
Did he commit a crime?
Probably at some point, but not one that he's famous for.
Is it like okay. Is he known for being from a particular region? Like, does everybody know where he's from?
Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people know where he's from. Yeah.
Is he from the Midwest?
Would this be classified as
I don't know. I
Midwest?
wouldn't use location. I would say no.
Okay.
I don't know his location.
I'm just going to say it. Chicago.
Chicago.
Really? I didn't know that.
Does he go by his real name?
I think it's his real name. Yeah, but he also
Does he have like an alias?
has an alias.
I don't know why Donald Glover comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Donald
I
Glover.
don't think he's from Chicago.
Chicago music artist uses an alias.
But also goes by his real name, I think, too.
Also goes by his real name. Because Eminem's from Detroit, infamously from Detroit. Over 50?
I don't think so, actually.
Younger than 50, from Chicago.
I think he's younger. Ryan can double check, but I think he's younger.
Is he in the top 40 right now?
Probably. I feel like it's like almost at all times kind of thing.
Is he folksy?
No, is that like folksy? Is that a person or is that like a type?
No,
of...
like a type of music.
No. You want to get back to the genre. Find the genre for sure so you know exactly what it is.
Okay, hip hop.
Yep.
Hip hop. Okay. Chicago, hip hop, I don't know where everybody's from. Because like Kendrick Lamar's from the West Coast. So it's not Kendrick Lamar.
No, that's West Coast.
Is this person a person of color?
Yes.
Okay. Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Has this person been shot multiple times?
Nope.
That we know
To my
of?
knowledge, no.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Really thought you were going to get it quick. You had
I had some good questions to start.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he knows. He knows.
I thought you knew.
No, I don't know. All right, we'll give it one more minute. And then if I don't know, you got to tell me.
Okay. I'll give you a hint if you can't.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to give me a hint
Oh,
now?
if you can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Solo, you said.
He's solo, yeah.
artist from
Yeah.
Chicago, hip hop.
Uh-huh.
Man, I got to brush up on my hip hop game.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But when you hear it, you're going to be like, oh,
Duh.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not. That's funny. Because I was like, not from Toronto.
Yeah.
It's not Drake.
Yes.
I don't know.
If I tell you what he's infamous for, you're immediately going to know who it
Okay.
is. So I don't want to tell you the
What he's
infamous
infamous
part.
for.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him.
Because it's
give him
more
hints.
recent infamy, by the way.
Is
But
it like a
people are torn about his.
Is it like people are torn about
like
his infamy?
his loyal fans still really love him, but there's a lot of people that are like, that's a little much for me.
You're getting too close.
Is it because of something political?
Yes. Kind of.
Oh, okay. No, it's still he's a person of color. He's a black man.
He's a black man.
Political. The infamy is political. I know. You're gonna say it. You're gonna give me one more cue and be like, "Oh, of course." It's just taking too long. I don't know.
No, he's got 2 syllables in his first name.
First name has, yeah.
First name has 2 syllables.
And he also goes by a 1-syllable name as well.
Oh my god. This is ridiculous.
It's got 2 syllables, but also goes by 1, and
2 syllables
sometimes
goes
3,
by
maybe.
1. I don't know. Chicago political infamy did something. Loyal fans.
The
have
reason
been
I
upset
struggled with
it.
the genre thing was because one of
Hip-hop.
his albums. This is gonna give it away.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really talk too much about his albums.
Yeah.
What is
You're gonna
the-
be mad if you
Who's
don't
the
get
one?
it.
I can't think of the hip hop artist I'm thinking of right now. In this song, I don't know if they've had an album in the last year. They're not in the top 40 right now.
A lot of people think that this person's a genius.
Oh,
He's got a song and you can't sing
It's Kanye.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The genius is what gave it up.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, man,
I was trying to
should've
avoid
known.
anything.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
You were right on it, dude. You're like, is it a man? Is it a music artist? And I was like, yes.
Yes. Kanye. All right. Well, that one was Alec Baldwin was more obscure.
Yeah.
How do I get Alec Baldwin, but I don't get Kanye?
I know. And now looking at these other two, I don't know if you would have gotten.
I don't think you would have got. He might have gotten this one. I don't think he would have gotten.
Who
that
else
one.
did you have?
I kind of don't want to try. Can we just try it? Why not?
Sure,
Are you in a
I
rush?
mean,
I'm going to try and give you the hard one.
All right. Bring it over.
Right.
I folded the tape again. I'm just wasting money.
It's like $40 you just wasted. Fun fact: just looking that up, he actually got his legal name changed to Ye.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it's just Ye, no middle or last name now. So this person, a little bit more serious.
Okay.
This one's a little more than infamy, Andy.
All right. This one's a little bit more than
A
infamy.
little more than infamy, but
no.
also very infamous.
All
as
right.
well.
So, am I female?
Yes.
Okay. Famous. Am I famous because of movies?
No.
Famous because of music?
No.
Famous because of social media?
No.
Okay. Famous because of politics?
No. But
Kinda like
keep going
became-
down the politics line. What's something that's involved in politics?
Famous Monica Lewinsky. Okay.
No. Wrong way. This one's again a little more than just infamy here.
Okay. So I've committed a crime.
Yes.
I have committed a crime.
Yes.
That is adjacent to or related to politics?
No, but related to your infamy.
Okay.
The reason that you are famous is because of your crime,
Okay. All right.
which is what I was trying to guide you towards without
The
giving
reason
that blatant hint.
the reason I am famous is because of my crime.
Yep.
I'm a female.
Mhm.
Is this a recent crime?
Not very recent, no.
Not very
I think
recent.
I might have been in middle school.
Middle school. All right. Was the crime? Did I kill somebody?
Yes.
Allegedly. Did I know the person I killed?
Yes.
Did I kill them with a gun?
No.
Okay. Did I kill them with a knife?
No. This is where it's going to get fun. No.
Yeah. Did I run them over with my car?
This is no.
Okay. Did I kill them quickly or slowly?
I think slowly.
Okay. It was like a medicinal, did I do something where I
No medicine.
Okay.
No.
All right. Middle school, female,
I was in middle school, yeah.
infamous because of their crime.
Yes.
I knew the person I killed? You said yes?
You did, yes.
Was I married to the person I killed?
You were not.
Was the person I killed my age?
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Were they younger?
Yes.
Okay.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Was it a crime of, I guess this is all alleged still, right?
I'm going to go ahead and
Was it like a crime of passion? Like,
no, not passion.
okay. Female. So I've got to be like second half of life, right? Like over middle-aged.
Right now, you are currently middle-aged.
Okay. So like late 40s, early 50s kind of age.
40 years old.
Okay.
We'll give you that.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
40 years old, infamous because of my crime. Mm-hmm. The crime was that I killed somebody. The person I killed was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if wouldn't really classify it as like an intense crime of passion. Slow death.
I think so. Looking at the specifics here.
And am I still famous? Like, am I relevant? Do people know me now?
I didn't know who it was until
He
you
didn't
said
even know who it was, but I think it's because he's a little younger. Because I remember hearing about this in middle school and being like, huh. And then the name's just burned into your brain now because of her crime.
Are people watching this, seeing the name, going to know who this is?
A lot of them will, yes.
Okay.
A lot of them will, yeah. I'm going to give you a couple quick facts I didn't know. This person was born in Warren, Ohio.
Okay.
It might not help too much, but...
No. This is so fun, though. I like it because people knowing the name are like, "What an idiot!
Yeah,
Just you
so
got
close.
it. You should know this." Am I? Oh, ugh. Am I on social media right now?
If she is, you don't follow her.
Okay, it's not like a well known, like
No.
every video is viral kind of thing.
Yeah. This also isn't like one of those like, oh, maybe she's not that bad of a person kind of crime.
Has she been in any documentaries or TV?
I guarantee they've made docs about this person.
Okay.
Actually, they definitely did.
They did.
Okay. Was the person that she killed her child?
Yes.
I don't know the names of some of these stories that I've heard.
Okay.
Was it like a Munchausen situation?
No.
Like she kept her daughter sick?
No.
Okay.
This was not that.
Oh my gosh. Was it I don't know her name, but there was a lady that like killed her babies because she thought they were possessed or something.
No, but that is one of the names I almost put on the list, but I was like, too obscure.
Too obscure.
Yeah, this one's less
That's where
obscure.
I went first.
I know.
I don't know her name though.
Yeah.
This
I don't
is
know her
less
name either.
obscure. It was her child. Was the child a boy or girl? Was the child a boy? I don't know if that's going to help me. I don't know if it's going to help me.
Thought it was a daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a daughter.
So she killed her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Did she kill her daughter? Man, I want to know how she killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Was it drowning?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Starvation.
Potentially one of the causes. Yes. Actually.
Okay.
So now you're getting closer.
I am. I feel like I know the story. I just don't know names. I would know this name.
I think you would.
Okay.
When you hear it, you'll yeah. Do you want to know where the crime was committed?
Yeah.
Florida.
Oh,
In
somehow
2008.
somehow that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang it. That doesn't help either.
Florida in 08.
Florida, 2008, 40-year-old female killed her daughter.
Yep. Is now 40. Was not at the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a torture-y situation. It's like I
originally thought it was neglect, but looking at details here, it's different.
Say it again, torture, but it's different.
I thought that it was neglect at first, but looking at the details now, it might be a little bit more than that, I think.
Oh, so it was like intentional.
It seems intentional looking at this alleged.
This is hard. I don't know. I don't have any names in my head that I can even like shout out because the
She's got
person's
2 first names.
they're famous because of this.
Yep.
It wasn't like they were famous and like snapped and like
Nope.
this is why
This is why
they're known.
This is why.
Florida.
Yeah, that might not have helped. I
names.
think knowing that it's a woman
Ryan's
who killed
cracking
her.
up over there.
Yeah, knowing it's a woman who killed her own daughter. If that didn't give it away, there is a chance you don't know this person's name. But that is like this is the most famous instance of a woman killing her daughter. One of the most.
See, Steph would probably know this.
She might.
And if she wasn't
She has
stressed,
her first name and last name sound like first names, so she's got 2 first names. Maybe
Okay.
that helps.
give me this is a ridiculous clue, and I'm asking this because I don't think it's going to help me.
Okay.
Would you give me initials?
Yes,
What are her initials?
I think it will help you.
You think?
I think so. The last name is a boy's name.
And it's the last name?
The last name is a boy's name, and it
not like-
starts with an A. We'll give you that.
Is it
We'll give-
Adams?
No,
Okay. Aaron. I don't know. It
you're
starts
getting close.
Aaron. This is the last name.
This is the last name.
Andrew, Aaron. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a first name. Adams, Aaron.
I don't think I've ever heard this as a last name before. I've only heard it as a first name, I think.
It's not Alex. I don't know.
All right.
I'm really
Initials are
struggling.
CA.
CA.
Yeah.
That doesn't help. I don't know if I would know this name. Any other clues that you want to try?
All right. I'm just going to tell you what the alleged was, okay?
Okay.
I did not know this, by the way. I thought this was a little bit more of a neglect situation, but it says the prosecution alleged that blank killed blank by covering her mouth with duct tape and dumping her in the woods. I didn't know that. I thought it was a neglect thing. So
Okay.
it was a little bit, less dark.
Oh, it's Casey Anthony.
That's right.
Yeah. I didn't know she was from Florida.
I didn't know she was from Ohio. I knew that she was in Florida when it
Florida
happened.
person, Casey Anthony.
Casey
Anthony.
Anthony.
The initials did end up helping because I would not. I do not follow that kind of stuff the way that people do. Like if you were to if you watch if you're still watching,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Karen Reed is a name. that the group chats that I'm in with my wife and all of our friends just blow up about Karen Reed. I have no idea what would happen with Karen Reed, but she was innocent or whatever. She was acquitted, and everybody believed that she was innocent, and so everybody was happy when she was acquitted. Could not tell you, even though I've been told 20 times about Karen Reed. Casey Anthony, Jodi Arias, whatever that one was.
Yep.
People are going crazy about the documentary The Crash.
Yeah.
Because that girl who accelerated at 100 miles an hour into a brick wall.
Crazy story.
And killed the 2 people in the car with her, and somehow she survived.
No, I didn't know that.
She just lost her. She's from this, isn't she from Ohio? Like, it wasn't there like Springfield or something? I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, people all know these stories, and I'm like, hey, you don't know about that? I'm like, no, I don't know. But Casey Anthony's one of those.
Yeah.
Like the one girl that was killed by her boyfriend when they were hiking. There's a documentary. Gabby Petito, whichever one it was. I feel like I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I just don't. There's a part of me where it's like, can we not do we need to make that tragedy part of our story?
True.
Like, isn't there a point where the families just need to be able to not have to take questions?
Yeah.
So Casey Anthony. Yeah.
Casey Anthony. I think she did. Did she go to prison?
Yeah,
Nope.
I think
she did.
Didn't she?
It says on here that she was found not guilty.
Oh.
I'm looking at photos of her on TikTok. People are not happy.
Yeah, Casey Anthony is it's one of the few names that I actually do know of all these tragedies, just because it was like she got off, apparently. It's like, I don't know.
But guilty of 4 misdemeanor counts, approving false information. A few days later, with credit for time served, Casey was released.
Yeah, I think she might be on social media now. Not that would have helped you.
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah, probably not.
you could take it off if you don't want Casey Anthony on your head anymore.
Forgot she was on there. All right. We'll save that one.
You'll save this one.
We'll do this game again.
You like this
come
one?
up with some more. That was fun.
I have a whole list of them. I just picked a few of them off the
All
list.
right, very good.
And they're all bad, by the way. So that's the
all
easy way to
infamous.
remember it. Otherwise,
this was fun. Good luck in the editing bay.
I know. We'll figure it out.
But what I need to do with these, and you can help me with this after you watch this back, and maybe the viewer can help too, or the listener, is let's get some structure to this. Mm-hmm. Like, I like to have these conversations, and it's hard to kind of run a solo because it's easier to bounce stuff off people. But I think these are conversations that are really important to have, and a conversation requires more than one person. Mm-hmm. I don't want to just do a monologue on these serious topics that are heavy. So talk about it. Like, leave comments if you experience religious crazy or whatever your story is. If you got Casey Anthony in 30 seconds and I rattled on for 4 minutes, talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, you saw the name, so of course you got it. Yeah.
In that game would have been more fun if you could have seen the name on the person's forehead and I could have seen Casey Anthony.
What we need to do is, instead of me asking questions, you have to describe. Like, you describe something and then I try to guess, and then we go back and forth that way too. Like, adapt the game a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, everybody. Does that make sense? The podcast. Appreciate you, fellas.
Absolutely.
I'm leaving tomorrow. You got a vacation coming up.
Yeah.
I got a vacation coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's just going to be stuck here pushing ones and twos with nobody here.
Yep. This is my vacation.
That's so funny. So next week I'll be talking about dance competition. The dance competition will long be over by the time this airs, but we'll talk about it. We'll recap. Yeah. Maybe we'll get Miss Gina back on here. She's a dance mom.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. See you next week.